Welcome to Ray Reads, a podcast where I discuss the books I am currently reading. For this episode of Ray Reads, I will be discussing Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. In my opinion, Larissa and Jasmine are a dream couple. I love that they have similar hobbies, how they often read together. To be honest, if I had a girlfriend like that, I wouldn't even need this podcast. Jasmine even reads some graphic novels that I am very familiar with, specifically Mouse and Persepolis. In college, I took a course on world conflict through graphic novels, and these are a couple of the books I studied for that class. I would definitely read them again for my own pleasure, like Jasmine. Speaking of Jasmine, I appreciate the representation she provides as a Syrian and Jewish bisexual girl. It is great that Jasmine is represented as a Jewish girl through more than a mere mention of her bat mitzvah. The Jewish representation here with Jasmine and her mother is much more substantial than I have seen in other stories. Additionally, Jasmine is the first Syrian character I have ever read about. And this is what I'm here for. Diversity is so crucial and so beautiful. And although she is a minor character, Keisha is important to me as an Arrow Ace character. I treasure every Arrow Ace character I come across. It is so validating to see my own identity represented in literature. I have had people in my life who have not understood my identity, some who have even resented it. So, I care greatly about the inclusion of Arrow Ace characters, and it fills me with such joy that this representation is becoming more common now. Another thing I love about this novel is how Larissa still questions her sexuality in the end. At first, I was worried that this is merely the bisexuals are confused stereotype at play. But Larissa accepts her dual attraction to boys and girls, and I think it is okay for her to not rush into any labels. I have had periods where I questioned my own identity, and this is an occurrence a lot of people go through, especially when first coming out. It is totally normal to be questioning, and it is important to show that. On the other hand, bisexual erasure is a serious concern, and it would have also been nice if Larissa had welcomed the bisexual label. A lot of characters in books and on TV avoid the term bisexuality like the plague. These characters can admit to being attracted to men and women alike, but they refuse to say they are bisexual outright. Bisexual is not a dirty word, and I wish that bisexual people received better representation. Whether Larissa chooses to identify as bisexual or not, she undoubtedly experiences attraction to boys and girls. Larissa is a very horny teenager. Female sexuality is frequently demonized and erased, so I appreciate how Larissa's desires are so normalized here. Larissa masturbates, and she's confident in taking the lead in sex. She has agency over her own sex life. I can respect that. Additionally, I respect that Larissa has to save up for her own college tuition. As somebody who had to work and work to pay for their education, I always envied people who had their education gifted to them. And unless I'm forgetting something, I believe this is the first book I've read where the main character has to work in order to go to college, where the summer job is for more than simply spending money. Larissa is not as privileged as some of the people around her, such as her friend Shannon. Now, Shannon is the girl who has it all, everything money can buy. Frankly, I am jealous. I am jealous that Cirque du Soleil performers were hired as entertainment for her 16th birthday. I've been obsessed with Cirque du Soleil ever since I watched the Worlds Away movie. I was fortunate enough to buy tickets for Cirque du Soleil's Ka for my own birthday, which is pretty cool, but not as cool as Shannon's. Undoubtedly, Shannon is spoiled and accustomed to getting her way. This can make her a bad friend sometimes. I was pleasantly surprised when Shannon actually apologizes to Larissa in the end. It warms my heart to see friends make up, working to maintain a healthy relationship. You know what else warms my heart? Chase's love for his little sister, Kira. I love how Chase is Kira's #1 fan. How he made a sign for her when she played Little League. That is just the sweetest thing. I can see why Larissa fell for him and nurtured her crush for so long. Now, I may not be a Demi Lovato fan, but I do enjoy how their song, Cool for the Summer, inspired this novel. I had to look up the song while I was reading, and that added to the experience. Taking your favorite song and making it into a whole novel is a really fun writing prompt that I definitely want to try for myself. I enjoyed this book greatly, and I wanted to use it for my senior capstone thesis paper, but unfortunately, it didn't make the cut. Nevertheless, it's a cute story, and I would recommend it, especially to all my sapphic friends